Time travel stories are everywhere. But what if I told you there's one that flips the entire concept on its head? Dark doesn't just let its characters travel through time. It traps them in an endless loop where every decision seals their fate. But what makes Dark's time travel so different? Let's dive into the rules, the paradoxes, and the mind-bending loopholes that set this series apart. First things first, Dark presents a very specific concept of time travel, rooted in the idea that time is cyclical. In the world of Winden, time moves in loops, and the same events repeat every 33 years. This 33-year cycle is the foundation of everything in the series. The characters in Dark don't use a traditional time machine. Instead, they access time through a wormhole in the Winden Caves, which connects the years 1953, 1986, and 2019. Later, we also see other years like 1921, 2052, and even an alternate reality. But what makes Dark different is that these time periods aren't parallel timelines. They're all part of the same, interconnected loop. One of the most important and confusing aspects of Dark's time travel is the Bootstrap Paradox. This is when an object or piece of information exists without ever being created, because it's passed from the future to the past. For example, take Tannhau's book on time travel. It only exists because it was brought to him from the future, even though he never wrote it. This paradox shows that in Dark, events are both caused by the past and the future. There's no starting point. Everything is predetermined, meaning the characters are trapped in a loop where their choices only lead them to the outcomes they're trying to avoid. And that brings us to one of the show's most unique concepts, free will, or, more accurately, the lack of it. Unlike other time travel stories, where characters try to change the future or rewrite the past, Dark's characters are stuck in a predestined cycle. They believe they can change things, but every action they take only cements the future they're trying to escape. However, Dark also introduces the idea of multiple realities, or worlds, especially in the final season. There's the Prime World, where most of the events take place, and the Mirror World, where Jonas doesn't exist, and Martha becomes the center of the story. This adds an extra layer of complexity, because characters aren't just traveling through time. They're also traveling between different dimensions. But even with these two worlds, both are part of what Dark calls the knot, an inescapable loop of events that constantly repeats itself. The only way to truly break the loop is by accessing the origin world, where the knot was created. This is one of the biggest loopholes in Dark. The idea that, while time travel within the knot is inevitable and cyclic, there is still a way to escape it. What makes Dark's time travel so different from other shows or movies is that it embraces the idea of inevitability. In most time travel stories, the characters have some agency. They can change the past or future if they make the right decisions. But in Dark, everything is fixed. Jonas becomes Adam. Claudia becomes a key player in the time loop. No matter how hard they try, their fate is sealed. So, what about the loopholes? The only true escape in Dark is found by traveling to the origin world, where the knot began. Claudia figures out that by preventing the original time travel experiment in the origin world, the entire loop can be destroyed. But this solution is only possible because Claudia was able to learn from both realities, Prime and Mirror, using their differences to her advantage. In the end, Dark's time travel is a closed loop where every action is predestined, yet there's still hope for breaking free. It's a show that challenges our ideas of fate, free will, and reality itself, making it one of the most mind-bending and unique time travel stories ever told. Now that we've explored the mind-bending time travel in Dark, what do you think? Do you believe the characters ever really had free will, or was everything predestined from the start? And what's your favorite time travel paradox or theory from the show? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives on your favorite shows.